The following events are true. They happened 8 days ago. The visuals on screen are to dramatize the story. I have contacted Radiomaster to ensure my radio is safe to use. As of today, I've had no reply.
Squad, it's Quads. I'm back with another video, and this is a serious video. It's not a clickbait video. You may look at the title and think this is clickbait. It genuinely isn't. I returned home from flying at my field, tested a new product that a manufacturer had sent me, and I removed all the stuff from my car, took it inside my house, and my Radiomaster Boxer had been saying transmitter battery was low. So I removed the back off the Radiomaster transmitter to get to the battery, to take it out, to put it on charge. I know some people will charge it inside the Radiomaster. It's just something I've never done. I much prefer to have it charged, you could argue, more safely on a proper balanced charger. It's just what I do. There's no right or wrong. It's just what I do. So I removed the back off the Radiomaster Boxer, only to see the lithium-ion battery that was currently plugged into my Radiomaster was on fire. Now, I say it was on fire. It was like burning embers around the top of the... I genuinely don't know what happened. So I spoke to the fire service and they said, so it's likely that it will go into what's called thermal runaway. So pop it outside. We'll send somebody out to give you a hand. 3 fire crews later, the whole road shut down, the whole neighbourhood out for a smoke. We can laugh about it now, but... So I just wanted to make this video to, I guess, remind everybody that batteries do need to be respected. Now, I do have all my lipos in armour cases, Army 50 cal boxes. I'll try and put a picture on the screen if I can. I quite often leave my batteries out here, there and everywhere. It annoys my wife no end. But this is a weird one because it wasn't even on charge. The Boxer wasn't turned on, so the transmitter, the controller wasn't turned on. It was just sat there, and I just took the back off and it was already on fire. And when I took it outside and I checked the temperature of it, it was just getting hotter and hotter and hotter, hence why the fire service was concerned about thermal runaway. And I guess I'm just making this video really as a public service announcement. I did absolutely nothing wrong. I try my very best to ensure that every one of my lipos is sat at storage charge, but this is a really good reminder to go and check them all. And that's fine. I'll go and do that. I'll go and make sure that they're all at storage charge, and that's something that I'm going to do. But I didn't think it was right me going and making sure that I was safe if I didn't just check in with you guys and just say to you guys, look, I'm sure you all do it, but just be safe, because this literally happened from nowhere. What I will say is the battery that I was using was a non-official Radiomaster battery. It was a cheap battery. I did get it a couple of years ago. It's never shown any signs of wear or tear, but it's a cheap battery. It's a cheap lithium-ion battery, and I think what's potentially happened, as I've removed the back of the battery compartment, it's perhaps pinched a wire, which might have been getting closer and closer to shorting out, and then as it's pinched it, it shorted it out. Luckily, it just glowed. There was a flame that came from it, and then obviously we can see what's left. The fire service have left it in a bucket full of water, and the fire service will actually be coming back to my property later on to make sure that it is still extinguished. It was quite scary, I've got to be honest. I have had issues with batteries before. I've got a child who had one of these hoverboard things, and again, my fault really. I didn't really notice, but the wife had bought it secondhand, and it came with a non-original charger, so it was plugged in my drone room, if you like, and I happened to be in the drone room when it was plugged in. I wouldn't always be there with it, and I heard this pop and this strange noise, and it just went up in flames. And I don't know if I've got a video of that. I do have a video, but I don't know if I can find the video. If I can, I'll put it on the screen now. And like I said, that was caused by a non-original charger. Ultimately, what it did is it continued to charge it after it was full and overcharged it. And what caused the fire was the battery basically swelled being charged beyond what it was designed to be charged for, and just went up in flames. And boy, did that go up in flames. Luckily I managed to, well, not me, but we managed to get it out of the house within seconds of it going up, thankfully. And yeah, very scary. But this, like I said, this incident has, I guess, shocks me more than concerned me. Well, no, I guess I'm concerned as well, purely because, like I say, if I was charging it, or if I was discharging it, if I dropped it and abused it, or, I mean, heaven forbid, I could have been charging the battery inside the controller. Who knows what would have happened? It really is. You know, I'm not one of these people that will go and charge them in a garage or outside, but I do take sensible precautions, and I think it's just a really good time for me to remind everybody else to also do the same thing. I'm sure you all do it, but if you don't, if you are a newbie and you're not really sure what the best practices to follow are, here's a few of them. So always keep your battery at storage voltage unless you're flying it. Now, what I will personally tend to do is, if I'm going to fly the next days, I'll charge the night before, just because of how long it takes and the lifestyle that I have. If then I can't fly it, I will try and discharge it the next day. If, however, I know I'm going to be able to fly either later on that day that I hadn't planned for, or the day after, I'll probably keep it charged. If it's going to be a few days, I will then discharge it. Quickest way of discharging a battery is to fly it. If that's not an option, you can put it on your charger, select discharge and let it do it, but it does take a long time because it has to dissipate the heat. So keep them at storage voltage. Don't do what I do, please, and have them scattered around the house. Keep them all in one place. Keep them in a safe place. When you're charging them, never, ever, ever leave them on their own. Always have eyes on them. Even if it means you have to stop doing whatever else you want to do, just keep your eyes on those batteries, because when they go, they really do go, and I've seen that firsthand. And if you can afford it, and it's not a cheap hobby, don't get me wrong, but if you can afford it, go onto eBay, spend 20 quid on a used army ammo box, a 50 cal ammo box, put your lippos in there, because if they go up and they're in there, they're secure, and you've got more chance to, especially if it's in the middle of the night. This is a reminder for me to go and sort my ammo boxes out and make sure that me and my family are safe. This has literally come from absolutely nowhere, completely shocked me. I didn't know that it literally could set fire whilst not being plugged in, whilst not anything was happening. Like I say, the only thing is, potentially what may have happened is a wire may have been grabbed or cut or caught as I've taken the cover off the controller. But stay safe, everybody, and if you do need any more battery safe advice or best values of what to do, drop a comment down below and I will try my very best to help you. And if I can't, I'm sure somebody else in the comments will, because at the end of the day, I'm trying to foster a community here that helps each other. It doesn't laugh or doesn't mock at each other. We've all been newbies. We all experience things. Today, I've experienced something for the first time. I've been flying, all in all, about 10 years ago was the first time I flew. And today was the first time I've ever experienced this. So, you know, it's not always when it's charged, you know, when you've crashed or... So, drop a comment below. We can all help each other in this situation. Stay safe, don't do anything reckless, and always keep an eye on your batteries when they're being charged. I better go because the fire service are back and they want to check this battery. Stay safe, everyone. Peace. Quads.